Welcome to Cole's Arcade. I'm Cole and this is my arcade. If you saw the last episode, you'll know that I think all the hate about Andromeda is totally undeserved. But because of all the hate, it seems like BioWare has put the series on hold. That sucks. Andromeda is not what hurt the series. Let me tell you guys. If you didn't like it at release and haven't played it again, go back and give it another chance. Unless you are actively looking for things to complain about, aka nitpicking, you won't be disappointed. You can blame EA for pushing the game out before it was finished, but you can't say the game was bad because it wasn't done. Mass Effect has had such an impact on my life, and it legitimately pains me to see it being attacked like this. Regardless, it seems now that they've patched it, everyone is wondering where the series is going from here. So that's what I'm talking about today. I love Andromeda, and I sincerely want sequels to it. DLC itself is a topic for another video, but I will not say no to more content in Helios. The Quarians would certainly be a welcome addition, but I just assumed they would be dealt with in the next game. That tease at the end was fantastic. As for the other plots, I am very excited to see what happens with the Ket. In my first playthrough, I didn't really like how they seemed like Reapers in the way that they changed people, but upon further inspection, while it's obviously similar, I think it's a lot more interesting. The way the Ket take the valuable genes from other races and combine them into their own DNA in order to make themselves as powerful as possible is actually pretty freaking metal. And what's more is that they treat it religiously. This is riveting to me. We learn a lot about the Ket in the first game here, but it's explained that they have an entire empire spanning across Andromeda. And going out there to see how deeply they really are entrenched is something that's highly intriguing to me. I'd love to see what their culture is like outside of Helios and the Archon's vanity. We know they're still evil, and that they forcibly change people into them, but I'm deeply interested to see what the rest of their culture is like. Aside from them, there of course have to be other races out there that the Ket are fighting. Seeing the Anointed and the Destined and the fact that they seem to have a huge empire, it's clear to me that the Angara are just the latest in a long line of conquered species. Because of their presence in Helios, I can't help but think whatever species the Destined and Anointed came from are extinct by now. But since Helios is seemingly just one of many fronts for the Ket's exaltation, it's probable that right now there are other races out there in the same boat as the Angara, desperately trying to hold on against the Ket's advance. Hell, maybe there are some that are even winning. Now, how our people will travel between clusters quickly is a problem, since Andromeda doesn't have mass relays. I'm thinking maybe they could use remnant tech to enhance the FTL capabilities of their ships. That's the only thing I can think of at the moment. While I'm on the topic of remnant, it seems like they were unique to Helios, as in they didn't span the galaxy the way the Ket seemed to. This is interesting because the Scourge was deployed as a weapon against them about 500 years before the initiative got there. But the builders were obviously extremely advanced and hold technology that more than rivals the Ket, who apparently spanned more area than they ever did. But the reason I'm saying this is that because they were only in Helios, we probably won't be exploring much more remnant ruins in future games. At best, we may get some of their ships that could have drifted beyond Helios. We could get some DLC for them though, and that would be more than welcome. Also, whoever deployed the Scourge may still be out there. It wasn't the Ket, but a race that could create something as powerful and dangerous as the Scourge is clearly a force to be reckoned with. Except, the Scourge is apparently also unique to Helios. I recently replayed a part of the game where a Ket talks about it like they haven't seen it elsewhere in the galaxy, so I'm not sure what that means for those who deployed it. But what does this mean for the plot of the whole series? Well, I think it means that there's a lot of mystery and discovery out there just waiting for us, and I, for one, am extremely excited to see it all. The one other thing I want to mention here is the Benefactor. They're out there somewhere, and are likely responsible for the murder of Gian Garson. It seems their motivation for funding the initiative was to escape the Reapers, but what's the plan now? Why was Garson killed? I want to know! And I am severely interested to figure it out. There's obviously a lot more to the games than these things, though. Squad mates, RPG mechanics, gameplay, and so on. This episode is just supposed to be about the series plot. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comments. I do have a lot of ideas that I want to share, I'm just trying to think of the best format to present them in. So I guess that about wraps this up. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.